Hello once again. This is the Baron and Vax, and we will be casting DaemonicSquirrel and HeatSurge on Coalition Shipyard.
And for those of you who haven't guessed, DaemonicSquirrel is Demonic Knight, his most common name. Both good players. I've actually talked to Demonic Knight a little bit on Steam. I think he's probably 15 or 16 years old. Very innovative player. He and I kind of learned the ropes at the same general time. He's a great 1v1 player, and he's been practicing very hard. HeatSurge has also demonstrated a lot of skills. So I think from here on out, all of the players in all of the games are going to be top-notch players. This will be good.
Both players will be UEF players, so on Coalition. I think this game we might be able to expect to see some airplay.
I would agree with that. I would also not be surprised if we see a little bit of sneaking some cruisers around the side action, because not only do they provide slow offense and excellent anti-air, the real value on this map is going to be the cruiser radar.
Alright, here we go. Down in the south, we have DaemonicSquirrel, who starts with Air Factory with his ACU, and he's doing the resources with his engineers. Up in the north, Brown is HeatSurge. He's starting with resources with his ACU, but he's also opening up with an Air Factory. So
what that tells me, watching Demonic do an Air Factory with his ACU, that basically is telling me Demonic wants to start with air and end with air. He's going to go for dominance. Yep, ACU on the assist. He wants it. He wants the air bad.
Which on this map, especially as the UEF, air is especially advantageous because there is just a lot of open ground for tanks to cover, and it's really easy to maneuver the tanks around one another and get them back. There's no easy choke points to hold or anything, whereas air have plenty of maneuvering space. Plus, with the UEF, they have the cluster bomb upgrade, which can absolutely wreck incoming tanks long before they get in range to do any damage.
You are absolutely right. And another thing is, once you're able to pump out bombers, any engineers that try and expand to those side 4 or 6 mechs are just wide open bait. Just wide open. Oh, bomber's not going to work. I am surprised HeatSurge opened with a bomber.
Yes, Demonic has 2 fighters over the main base. One thing I will note, though, is that HeatSurge has 2 air factories up, whereas Demonic only has 1, and both players have an equal amount of resource buildings as well.
Agreed. Now, I'm surprised that Demonic, I did not see any AA start firing at those jets, so I was surprised that Demonic bugged out as quick as he did. I figured he'd hang around to make sure that jets were not going to be pumped out of the factories.
Well, I think one was upgraded on the forward air factory. I think he saw that getting built, and that's why he left.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right, because if it's a jet getting built, you'll see the icon.
And DaemonicSquirrel is moving his ACU further towards the center. I don't see him having any buildings queued up. HeatSurge is trying to plant a radar on his end. Yeah,
I think it's going to be really interesting what Demonic wants to accomplish by pushing far forward. I don't necessarily disagree with it, but there's several different approaches you could take here. I want to see when he tries. He could actually try and get clever and try and spike a forward AA tower.
Ooh, a forward land factory.
There we go.
That actually might do the trick, because at this point, actually, HeatSurge has now a better air force. However, because he was expecting to counter fighters, he doesn't have any bombers to counter the land factory that's being built. Meanwhile,
exactly, he may have to spike a PD here, and that's in general this early in the game. That spells out to a general loss. So I think Demonic's going to move forward with pressure here.
And HeatSurge is retreating. He's leaving that radar to be destroyed. I'm surprised he hasn't control K'd.
I think Demonic should capture that.
And
now what's happening is Demonic is actually going to exhibit control over those forward 2 mass slots. if nothing else. This is, yeah, he's kind of backing HeatSurge into a corner here. And Heat is just now reacting with the land factory and a couple of bombers. The problem is, though, until Heat gets 15 to 20 bombers, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot, because you can just put an AA on the land fac. You can put a spike an AA tower if you wanted. You could put a shield on it. Bombers are just a very slow way to accumulate DPS. I'm really worried for Heat here.
And
I think Demonic's got a lot of flexibility in this position.
plus, HeatSurge has not been able to find Demonic's fighters. Demonic is keeping them way to the back in order to prevent him to hunt those down. And now that he's switching over to bombers, actually, we have 3 mobile missile launchers going into snipe tanks.
Exactly.
Or,
You saw
massive
that
tractors.
coming. Yeah, and look at this. He's moving forward with his ACU. Yeah, this is basically the principle of applying pressure quickly and in the forward position. Bombers aren't going to do it.
Yeah, HeatSurge now has 4 factories, but he only has 5 mass extractors. He's about to lose that 5th one on... Nope.
And he's going to lose his... Oh, he moved his energy out of the way of the MMLs. That was very close.
So...
HeatSurge's in a lot of trouble here.
Yes, Demonic has the quite a large part of the map to expand on. He's got 8 mass extractors right now. His engineers are just assisting the factories. But, yeah, he put a anti-air onto the factory, so he basically has air supremacy over that area.
Yeah, I was going to say, all it's going to take is a shield and maybe a PD to back HeatSurge off, and then Demonic's going to be in control the rest of the game here.
Yeah, point defense is going up, and the shield on the factory is up as well, or being researched. So, yeah, HeatSurge is now stuck back there, and Demonic just sent in his fighters to gain air superiority that way as well. Yeah, it's just a yeah, the game's over. It's just a matter of how long it takes till his ACU blows up. Demonic just pulled HeatSurge into range of his point defense, and he was able to do quite a bit of damage there as well.
I would actually like to see Demonic spike yet another land factory to get a little bit faster accumulation of land units, but to be honest, he's not in that bad of a position.
Yes, because even though HeatSurge has the 2 air factories there, between the factory anti-air and just the anti-air tower he just put down, they're useless. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised. Looks like he stopped production in the 1 factory, although he's still producing units out of the 1 other air factory as well.
Now, Demonic using his ACU for a little bit of extra DPS, but now I like it spiking yet another PD. Basically, those PDs, even though they're offensive, they're also they also chew up defensive shots, which is actually another smart use of them. Even if they go down, they chew up precious shots that the defense has to put on them. Yep, it's over. You also have to be very, very careful with an ACU close to enemy MMLs, because their flight time is much shorter, and it's actually possible, it's much more likely to hit a moving ACU with them. It's very dangerous.
Well, it looks like he's concentrating on the factories with his MMLs. He's just pushing the, letting the ACU go. Ooh, that ACU is almost out of health. I can barely see the red bar.
I would not be surprised if Demonic just slowly MML'd his economy to death. Was just nice and thorough about it.
I think he's going in for the kill. Yep. He's backing the ACU down at the pier.
I think I could see Demonic just boxing him in with PDs. and it wouldn't even work because the MMLs would just slaughter him. He's out of options. maybe rush an air transport along with the RP and rescue the ACU, but that's just prolonging the inevitable. Oh, and he's got his fighters there too. Yeah, there's just no options. This was a good game. It shows how much power you've got in quick forward advancement.
And HeatSurge has now run out of room to run, and Demonic is closing in for the kill. So yeah, even though this was a quick game, does not necessarily mean it was not a good game.
I absolutely agree. I don't mean to criticize HeatSurge's play. He's normally actually a caliber better than what it might have appeared. I think Demonic just got very aggressive as far as taking the land, and he really just didn't leave HeatSurge a lot of options. And again, it's very hard to bring bombers to bear when you don't have air superiority to help counter the ground game. So pretty much what Demonic did was quickly take away HeatSurge's options, and one of the key ways he did that was by getting that air factory out immediately. There's only one time that I can ever remember playing Iron Commander and getting early air superiority, and that is exactly how I did it. I had the ACU spit out the air factory without hesitation, and I kept the ACU on assist of the factory for at least the first 3 or 4 minutes.
And looking at the game replays channel, it looks like Keeper the Seven Keys beat Nuclear Pizza as well. I think that would make for an interesting replay to see once that gets posted on Gamer Replays. Those are both very good players. However, I think the general consensus was that Nuclear Pizza would have beaten Keeper in that round. So congrats to Keeper for pulling that one. Anything else you want to say about this particular game, Vax?
No, this is I think the one thing I could think of to say is that Demonic showed a nice combination on that map and how vital it is to get air superiority early. And basically establishing air superiority means the ball is in your court, the control is in your hands on that map. At that point, you can continue to push with air. You can prevent expansion completely. You could switch to an aggressive land game up front, or you could even decide to back off and tech a little bit.
Alright, it looks like most of the players from round 3 have completed their games as well, so we are going to sign off for a few more minutes until we can get ready for the 4th round, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Vax, that would be the quarterfinals?
That's going to be the quarterfinals, and we're going to start playing best of 3 now.
Alright, well, sign off. See you guys in a few.